your legs feel heavy, numb or cold, wake up with pain or tingling at night, you're not alone. And it's not just aging, but here's the truth. 3 specific vitamins can unlock healthy blood flow in your legs. Naturally, no meds, no surgeries, just real results. And the 3rd vitamin? It's a game changer. It could literally save your life. Stay with me. I'll break down how they work, what to take, and the right dose for seniors over 60. Poor blood circulation in the legs isn't just uncomfortable, it's dangerous. For seniors, it often starts small: cold feet, tingling, numbness or muscle cramps. But what most don't know is that these are red flags. Left unchecked, they can lead to blood clots, even stroke. According to the CDC, over 30% of seniors in the US have undiagnosed circulation issues. That's nearly 1 in 3, and many won't realise it until it's too late. The legs are often the first place the body shows signs of circulation trouble. Why? Because gravity works against your veins, especially with age. Valves weaken, blood pools, pressure builds. You might feel it as heaviness, tightness, or pain when walking. And here's the scary part: clots can form without any obvious symptoms. Let me tell you about Harold, 74, from Arizona. He'd been having leg cramps for months, brushed it off as old age. But one morning he woke up with a swollen left leg, tight, red, warm to the touch. His wife rushed him to the ER. It was a deep vein thrombosis, a dangerous clot. The doctor told him if it had travelled to his lungs, he might not have survived. Luckily, he got help in time. But Harold decided that day to take his health seriously. Instead of relying only on medications, he began looking into natural ways to support his blood flow. That's when he discovered the 3 vitamins we're talking about today. Now, no more cramps, no more swelling, and his doctor was stunned by his improved circulation. Stories like Harold's aren't rare. In fact, many seniors don't know that poor circulation can lead to blood clots that can travel to the lungs, pulmonary embolism, varicose veins and chronic leg pain, higher risk of heart attacks and stroke, slow healing of cuts and wounds on the legs or feet. But here's the good news: you can take control, and it doesn't involve risky surgeries or piling on more pills. The body has a natural system for blood flow. And with the right nutritional support, you can activate that system again. Coming up, I'll show you exactly which vitamins to take and how to use them safely to support strong, steady blood flow in your legs and throughout your body. Let's start with the first one. It's one you've probably heard of, but never realised how powerful it really is. Let's kick things off with a game changer, vitamin K2, the hidden hero of circulation health. Most people have heard of vitamin K, but here's what they don't know. There are 2 forms. Vitamin K1 helps your blood clot, that's important. But vitamin K2 does something far more powerful, especially for your arteries. K2's job is simple but critical. It moves calcium out of your arteries and into your bones, right where it belongs. You see, when calcium builds up in your arteries, it hardens them, leading to stiffness, blockages, and high blood pressure. This is called arterial calcification, and it's a silent killer for seniors. But when you have enough vitamin K2, it activates a protein called matrix GLA protein, and that protein literally sweeps the calcium out of your artery walls, like a detox for your blood vessels. Think of it as a traffic cop for your calcium, keeping your arteries clean, flexible, and your blood flowing smoothly. Now here's where it gets real for seniors. Most people over 60 are deficient in K2, especially if they're taking calcium supplements or statins. That means all that calcium you're taking for your bones, it could be getting trapped in your arteries unless K2 is present. So let's talk dosage. For seniors, the sweet spot is 100 to 200 micrograms per day. Look for the form called MK7. It lasts longer in your system and works more effectively than MK4. And yes, you can get K2 from food. But here's the catch. It's not in many foods, and it's mostly found in natto, a fermented soybean dish popular in Japan egg yolks, especially from pasture-raised chickens, aged cheeses, like Gouda and Brie. But unless you're eating natto every day, a high-quality supplement is your best bet, especially one that's paired with vitamin D3, which we'll talk about next. Now, a quick tip when shopping: make sure your K2 supplement says MK7 on the label. Avoid synthetic blends or multivitamins with tiny amounts. They won't give you what you need. And remember, vitamin K2 doesn't thin your blood like K1, so it's generally safe even for people on blood pressure meds. But always talk to your doctor before starting anything new, especially if you're on blood thinners like warfarin. So, if your legs feel stiff, cold or achy, if your doctor's mentioned calcification, or if you just want to support your arteries the natural way, vitamin K2 is not optional, it's essential. Coming up next, we're diving into the sunshine vitamin, one that not only boosts your immune system, but plays a major role in your circulation. Let's talk about vitamin D3. Next up, one of the most misunderstood vitamins in senior health. Vitamin D3. Yes, it's great for bones. Sure, it boosts your mood, but what most people don't realise is that vitamin D3 plays a direct role in your blood circulation, especially in your legs. Here's why. Vitamin D3 regulates the health of your endothelial cells. That's the inner lining of your blood vessels. When these cells are healthy, blood flows freely. When they're inflamed or damaged, blood thickens, slows down, and clots become more likely. Studies show that low vitamin D levels are directly linked to poor circulation, leg cramps, and even deep vein thrombosis, DVT, especially in seniors. Ever get that tight stabbing pain in your calf at night? That's often tied to low D3 levels, not just dehydration or muscle strain. Now let's talk sunlight, because that's where your body makes D3 naturally. The best time to get it? Late morning, between 10 a.m. and 12 p.m, when the sun is strong but not too harsh. Just 15 to 20 minutes a day on bare skin, no sunscreen, is often enough for light-skinned individuals. Darker skin tones may need a bit more. But here's the truth. Most seniors don't get enough sun. Between staying indoors, wearing long sleeves and natural changes in skin, vitamin D production drops fast. That's why supplementation is often essential. Here's the breakdown. Ideal dose for seniors: between 2,000 to 5,000 IU of vitamin D3 daily, especially if you're indoors or live in colder states. And here's a pro tip. Vitamin D3 works even better when combined with K2. Why? Because D3 increases calcium absorption, and K2 makes sure that calcium goes to your bones, not your arteries. It's the perfect tag team. Now, if you'd rather get D3 from food, here's what to look for. Checkmark salmon, especially wild-caught checkmark egg yolks. From pasture-raised chickens, checkmark fortified milk or plant-based alternatives, like almond or soy milk, cod liver oil, old school but powerful. Still, food alone usually won't cut it, especially if you're over 60. A high-quality D3 supplement gives you reliable daily support. Just make sure it's vitamin D3, cholecalciferol, not D2, which is less effective. Also, always take it with a meal that contains fat. That helps absorption dramatically. One more note. If you're on medications, talk to your doctor before starting high-dose D3. Too much can raise calcium levels too high if not balanced properly. But in the right amounts, vitamin D3 helps reduce inflammation, prevent blood clots, and keep your legs warm, flexible, and pain-free. Coming up next, the final vitamin, the one that acts like a natural blood thinner and may help protect your legs from future clots. Let's talk vitamin E. Now here's one most seniors completely overlook, and that's a big mistake. Vitamin E, the antioxidant that works like a natural blood thinner, supports artery flexibility and protects your legs from clot-induced numbness. You see, vitamin E isn't just a skin vitamin, it's a circulation powerhouse. Here's how it works. Vitamin E helps prevent platelets in your blood from sticking together, which reduces the chance of clots forming. And for seniors, where circulation naturally slows with age, that's a big deal. Clots often start in the deep veins of the legs, and if they break loose, they can travel to the lungs or brain. That's how strokes and pulmonary embolisms happen. Vitamin E helps thin the blood just enough to keep things flowing, without pushing it too far like synthetic blood thinners can, but that's not all. Vitamin E also improves the flexibility of your arteries. That means your blood vessels can expand and contract more easily, keeping your blood pressure in check and reducing strain on your heart. If your legs ever feel numb, cold or tight after sitting too long, that could be a sign your arteries are stiff or narrow. Vitamin E can help ease that. So where can you get it? Natural food sources include almonds, a handful a day packs a punch, sunflower seeds, sprinkle them on salads or oatmeal, spinach, steamed or raw. It's one of the best leafy sources, avocados, rich in both E and healthy fats for absorption. But here's the key. Vitamin E is fat soluble, so always take it with a meal that includes healthy fats, like olive oil, nuts or fish, to help your body absorb it properly. Now let's talk supplements, and this is important. When it comes to vitamin E, more is not better. In fact, too much vitamin E can be dangerous, especially for seniors on blood. Thinners like warfarin, aspirin or Plavix. The ideal dose for seniors not on blood thinners, around 100 to 200 IU per day from a mixed tocopherol formula, not just synthetic alpha tocopherol. But if you're on any medication that affects clotting, talk to your doctor first before adding a vitamin E supplement. Even though it's natural, it still acts like a mild blood thinner and can increase bleeding risk if not monitored. In the right amount though, vitamin E can improve leg warmth, reduce tingling, and help support healthy circulation, naturally. So now you know 3 simple vitamins, K2, D3 and E, each working in different ways, all targeting the same goal: better blood flow in your legs, less clot risk, more energy, more life. But how do you take them together safely? What's the perfect daily combo? Stick around, because next I'll show you how to stack these 3 vitamins for max results with real tips and common mistakes to avoid. Let me introduce you to Linda, age 72, from sunny Florida. Just a few months ago, Linda could barely walk from her back porch to her garden without stopping. Her legs felt heavy, cold, like she was dragging sandbags. Every night she'd wake up with cramps shooting through her calves. She thought it was just aging, something she had to live with. But her wake-up call came during a trip to the doctor. A routine scan showed early signs of arterial calcification. Her circulation was slowing, and her doctor warned, if she didn't make changes fast, a clot could be next. Linda wasn't ready to give up her independence, so she got to work, not with prescriptions, but with research. She came across these 3 vitamins, K2, D3 and E, simple, affordable, backed by real science. She spoke with her doctor, got the green light, and committed to a 60-day routine. Every morning after breakfast, she took her D3 and K2 combo. Every evening, she added vitamin E with her dinner. She also made small changes: 15-minute walks, more leafy greens, and a handful of almonds daily. Within 3 weeks, the night cramps stopped. By week 5, her legs started feeling warm again. By the end of 60 days, she was walking her garden path with no pain, no tightness, and no fear. When she went back for follow-up labs, her doctor was surprised. Her inflammation markers dropped, circulation improved, and her calcium levels normalised. Now, Linda's back to gardening, volunteering, and even taking short hikes with her senior walking group. She didn't change her life with surgery or medication. She did it by giving her body the nutrients it was missing. Nutrients that rebuilt her blood flow from the inside out. So if you think it's too late, or if you're feeling stuck like Linda once did, think again, because her story isn't unique, and you could be next. Want to try all 3 vitamins? Great choice. But there's a smart way to do it, safely and effectively, so your body gets the maximum benefit without any risk. Here's how to stack vitamin K, 2, D3 and E the right way. Let's start with timing. Morning routine. Take vitamin D3 and K2 together in the morning, preferably right after breakfast. These two work hand in hand. D3 helps your body absorb calcium, while K2 tells your body where to put it, in your bones, not your arteries. Taking them together helps your body use both more efficiently. With food, always take these vitamins with a meal that contains healthy fats, like eggs, avocado, nuts, or olive oil. These are fat-soluble vitamins, meaning they need dietary fat to be absorbed properly. If you take them on an empty stomach, most of it goes to waste. Evening routine. Take vitamin E with your evening meal. This helps support blood flow overnight while your body is resting and recovering. Many people report fewer leg cramps and better warmth in their feet when they take vitamin E before bed. But here's what you need to know if you're on medications. If you're currently taking any kind of blood thinner, or like warfarin, Plavix or aspirin, talk to your doctor before adding vitamin E or K2. Why? Because vitamin E is a natural blood thinner. And while that's great for most people, it can amplify the effects of medication and increase your risk of bleeding if you're not careful. Also, if you have kidney disease or calcium sensitivity, you'll want to work with your doctor to find the right balance of D3, especially if you're already taking calcium supplements. Labels matter. Look for vitamin D3 in the form of cholecalciferol. Look for vitamin K2 in the MK7 form. It stays active in your body longer. And for vitamin E, choose a supplement with mixed tocopherols, not just synthetic alpha-tocopherol. Dosage recap for seniors. Vitamin D3, 2,000 to 5,000 IU per day. Vitamin K2, MK7, 100 to 200 micrograms per day. Vitamin E, 100 to 200 EU per day. Remember, more isn't always better. These nutrients are powerful in the right dose and toxic in excess. Final tip: always give your body at least 4 to 6 weeks to feel the changes. This is about rebuilding from the inside out, naturally and safely. And again, before starting any new supplement routine, especially if you have medical conditions, talk to your healthcare provider, bring them the information, show them your plan. Because when done right, these 3 vitamins can transform your circulation, protect your heart, and help you feel more alive than you've felt in years. Coming up next, a bonus tip that'll take your circulation to the next level. And it's totally free. These vitamins are powerful, no doubt, but if you combine them with a few simple daily habits, you can double your results and feel the difference even faster. Let's start with the easiest one. Walk 20 minutes a day. It sounds simple, but it's one of the most effective ways to keep your blood flowing. Walking gets your heart pumping, activates your leg muscles, and encourages venous return. That's the upward flow of blood from your legs back to your heart. You don't need a gym, just step outside, take a slow stroll around the block, or even walk indoors. Do it once in the morning or after dinner. Consistency is key. Stretch your legs before bed. Tight muscles can restrict blood flow, but a few minutes of gentle leg stretching before sleep helps loosen up your veins, reduce overnight cramps, and support better circulation while you rest. Try this. Sit in a chair and slowly lift each leg, holding for 10 seconds. Flex your ankles forward and back. Roll your feet in circles, 10 times each direction. These little movements activate circulation without straining your joints. Drink beetroot or cayenne water. Now here's a secret weapon. Beetroot juice contains nitrates that help dilate blood vessels, increasing oxygen flow and lowering blood pressure. Cayenne pepper, on the other hand, contains capsaicin, a compound that stimulates blood flow and clears arteries. You don't need much. Mix a teaspoon of beetroot powder into water or smoothies in the morning, or stir a pinch of cayenne pepper into warm lemon water. Start slow. Cayenne is powerful stuff, Bonus tip, stay hydrated. Dehydration thickens your blood, making circulation harder. Drink plenty of water throughout the day, especially if you're adding fibre-rich or spicy foods. The goal here isn't to overhaul your life overnight. It's about small, consistent habits that work alongside these 3 vitamins to transform your circulation naturally. So remember, walk 20 minutes daily, stretch your legs before bed, sip beetroot or cayenne water for a circulation boost. Stack these with your vitamins, and you've got a simple, safe and effective formula to fight clots, restore leg strength and reclaim your vitality, one step at a time. Next, let's talk about common mistakes and how to avoid the traps that stop most seniors from seeing results. Before you rush to the supplement aisle, hold on, because even though these 3 vitamins are powerful, most people make critical mistakes that block results, or worse, cause harm. Let's break down the top 3 mistakes seniors make, so you can avoid them and actually see results. Mistake number 1. Buying synthetic versions that don't absorb. Not all supplements are created equal. In fact, many cheap brands use synthetic or low-quality forms of vitamins that your body barely absorbs. For example, with vitamin K2, you want the form labelled MK7, not MK4 or just K. MK7 stays in your system longer and does a better job of clearing calcium from arteries. For vitamin D, always choose D3 cholecalciferol, not D2. D2 is less effective and doesn't last as long in the body. With vitamin E, skip the synthetic alpha tocopherol. Look for mixed tocopherols, which mimic what's found in whole foods and support better circulation. Bottom line, read the labels. Look for clinical grade, non-GMO, third-party tested brands with bioavailable forms, or you're just wasting money. Mistake number 2, ignoring drug interactions. Just because vitamins are natural doesn't mean they're risk-free. If you're on blood thinners, blood pressure meds, or kidney-related treatments, you need to check with your doctor before starting anything. For example, vitamin E can thin your blood. Combined with blood thinners like warfarin or aspirin, it can increase your bleeding risk. High doses of vitamin D3 can raise calcium levels, which might be dangerous for people with kidney disease or those already taking calcium supplements. Your doctor doesn't need to stop you. They just need to be aware. So take your supplement list to them. Let them help you build a safe plan. Mistake number 3, taking megadoses without checking blood levels. More is not always better. In fact, taking too much of any fat-soluble vitamin can backfire. Too much D3 can lead to calcium buildup in the blood, causing nausea, kidney strain and confusion. Too much vitamin E can cause headaches, fatigue and increased bleeding risk. Even too much K2, though rare, may interfere with medications or cause imbalance if not needed. The smart move: start with moderate doses, give your body 4 to 6 weeks, then get your vitamin levels tested. That way you can dial it in. No guessing. Myth buster time. Myth: I eat healthy, I don't need supplements. Truth: with age, absorption declines, even with a perfect diet. Supplements bridge the gap, especially when targeted for circulation. Myth: if one vitamin works, more must be better. Truth: vitamins work in balance. Too much of one can block another or cause side effects. So remember, checkmark, get high quality forms. Talk to your doctor, especially with meds. Start smart, test, don't guess. Coming up next, let's bring it all together. You're just one step away from taking back control of your circulation and your energy. You've just unlocked 3 of the most powerful natural tools to protect your heart, boost blood flow in your legs, and reduce your risk of dangerous clots. Without surgery, without side effects. These aren't just supplements, they're circulation lifesavers. Vitamin K2 clears your arteries. Vitamin D3 reduces inflammation and improves blood vessel health. Vitamin E keeps your blood flowing freely and your legs warm and alive. Small changes, big results. So now it's your turn. Drop a comment below. I claim my circulation back. If you're ready to feel stronger, more energized, and fully alive again, tap that like button if this helped you. Subscribe for weekly senior health breakthroughs, simple, natural, and science-backed. Share this video with someone you care about, because good health is the greatest gift you can give. Your healing starts now. I'll see you in the next video. Stay strong, stay smart, and keep that blood flowing.